Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 24th. The first image that I got was of you smoking a pipe and pacing. And I realized it was a Sherlock Holmes pipe. So that says to me, it's not just waiting, because the pacing gave me a sense of waiting. But it's not just the idea of waiting. What it feels to me is that there is going to be something that is going to be revealed to you that is going to change a situation that has caused you to feel like you're waiting for something to happen. Now, the interesting thing about this is when I pull the cards to go along with the impressions that I'm getting, it's the sense of whatever you're afraid of losing. There is also the possibility that whatever you're losing or whatever you're going to have to give up in a situation is also going to be something that can liberate you. And that's what it feels like is, however this works out, what the outcome of this is that you're going to feel liberated from something. There's going to be a lightening. There's going to be a sense of lifting of pressure off your shoulders and a sense then that now you can move forward with things. You're being told here to try to stay out of fear about what's hidden, what's not known. And one of the antidotes to that is to stay in an energy of play as much as possible. It's not going to hurt the situation. In other words, it's not going to help the situation for you to stay in fear. Quite contrary, actually, the more that you can stay in a playful, light attitude, the more it's going to actually create momentum for the whole situation instead of locking it in, because your energy is a part of what's going on. That's not to say it is your fault. It is not to say you are causing this. It's just to say that energetically, that's the nature of energy and how we interact with situations, is that we are a part of it. And it goes back to the whole idea of quantum physics, string theory, M theory, is that the observer of a situation does influence it. How directly, how completely, there's so many other factors involved that, of course, it's not direct, 50-50 necessarily. However, what you're being told here is you can use this for yourself and your own growth in terms of learning how to let it go, choosing not to go into fear. And often it's that fear of chaos that comes with the idea of not knowing what's coming. We can kind of project almost a chaotic energy around a situation because we can get into, well, what if this, what if that, what if that, trying to anticipate it all. But what you're being told here is stay as much as you can in that light, playful attitude. Look for where you can move into that quiet, centered space in yourself where you can experience love. And whether it's love for the people involved or the situation, it's not necessarily that. It's where can you move into a sense of loving as a state of being? What does that mean? How do I feel that? I feel that in nature. I feel that when I'm connected to something beautiful, when I'm looking at something beautiful, and I just soften into that sense of real appreciation of something. And that, to me, there's a quality of lovingness in that. It's not, it transports my feeling of me as opposed to, I love that piece of music. It's that sense of just being in a state of loving. I hope that's clear. If it's not, it might be something to play with for you, to work with. You're also being asked to, if you want to use this, and there you go again, play and pleasure, okay? Stay out of attack thoughts and stay out of fear, stay out of the idea of chaos and concern about chaos. You're really being asked to shift it to the positive for yourself by really moving into that state of loving, keeping that quality of play. And the other thing too that you're being asked is realize that you're actually capable of calling in characteristics and qualities that you may think you don't have, and you can choose to act as though you have them. What does that mean? That means, well, if I'm an anxious person, and I'm anxious because I was kind of raised just to be worrying all the time, what would I be like if I had the quality of being able to be relaxed and peaceful even in the face of chaos? What would that look like? What would that feel like? Well, how about if I take that characteristic on and apply it to how would I be experiencing this situation? And by experiencing that moment as part of your imagination, you can actually call that in. Now, obviously, when you're dealing with anxiety or really intense emotions, it's not always easy to sustain that feeling. But if you can separate yourself from that situation enough to be able to explore and say, well, what if I had that quality and that quality and that quality? What if I weren't blah, 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 but this instead? What would that feel like? And now can I bring that feeling into this situation? Because very often what these situations and what the learning aspect is what have I carried with me from the past, from my upbringing, from my training, from just my own personal repetition of things? What have I carried with me that is not serving me now, and how can I change that? And very often it really is just a matter of becoming conscious of it. And that's often what these kinds of situations give us as a learning point. Okay? So you're being told, yeah, you can do it. You can change your attitude in a lot of situations and deliberately start choosing the characteristics you'd like to have and how you would like to experience yourself in the situation. I find that a really, really powerful phrase. How would I like to experience myself in this particular situation? Well, I'd like to be confident. I'd like to be calm. I'd like to feel as though blah, 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 blah. And well, geez, just letting that energy into my body now means that I can usually carry that forward at least to some degree. Okay? That's it for you, Sagittarius. What it says to me is there's information coming. In the meantime, this is how you deal with the waiting of it. And that whatever is coming to you, whatever you're going to find out, is going to create a quality of liberation for you. Do your best to stay out of fear around what this thing coming is. Okay? Take care, Sag. Bye.